This video will be comparing and contrasting the 3 different COVID-19 vaccines. With 3 different COVID-19 vaccines being administered in the US, you might be wondering which one you should take. Since Gandalf had the Pfizer vaccine, you might be thinking that you should too. The short answer is you should get the vaccine that you can get the soonest. The reason is that all 3 vaccines are effective and safe, and in my own opinion, waiting to get the specific vaccine you want is not worth the risk of getting sick from COVID. If you're in the ultra rare situation that you can have your pick, or you're interested in learning more, I will cover specific similarities and differences. As of March 2021, there are 3 total vaccines: Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson. We'll start with the number of doses. Pfizer and Moderna require 2, Johnson & Johnson requires 1. I'll be piggybacking the side effects off the number of doses. The reason is that all 3 had the same side effects, which are listed here. For most people, they last no more than 2 days from the time the shot was received. Since Johnson & Johnson requires only 1 dose, people have experienced fewer side effects. Next, let's discuss efficacy. But what exactly is efficacy? Efficacy is the reduction of the risk of catching the disease. I created a visual make-believe demonstration. Let's say we have 20 people and they are broken down into 2 groups of 10. One group receives the vaccine, the other group does not. After some time, we find that 5 of the non-vaccinated people have the disease, while only 1 of the vaccinated people has the disease. With the 2 different risks, we calculate by how much we reduce the risk of getting the disease. Okay, back to where we were. Here are the reported efficacies for each vaccine. Let's address the obvious one. Researchers state that since the Johnson & Johnson vaccine was tested most recently, the vaccine was subjected to the newer strains of COVID-19. What does this mean? It's not a fair or reliable comparison. In order to understand how high an efficacy of 65% is, the vaccine for the flu has rarely ever passed 60% and is usually around 40%. Back to where we were. Something to note, the Moderna vaccine had lower efficacy when used on people older than 65. Another thing to note, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine had a lower efficacy when used in South Africa and in Brazil, but the efficacy was higher in the US. Next, we'll briefly touch on the type of each vaccine. Both Pfizer and Moderna are mRNA-based, while Johnson & Johnson is DNA-based or viral vectored. In my own opinion, the difference doesn't matter. If you would like me to elaborate on this topic, feel free to comment below. Last is the cost. They're all free. Well, sort of free. You've already paid for them with your taxes. Overall, remember that all 3 are safe and effective. Many people are waiting to get a shot. If you are able to get any of the 3 vaccines, then in my own opinion, it's best to do so as soon as you are able to. Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment on any topics you would like me to cover.